Hey there YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you a video on how to make a fire text such as this one. The difficulty for this is pretty much, it's more advanced than anything, more than most of the stuff you might find on YouTube. I think it's a little more advanced, so I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right into this. What you want to do is go to File, New, and make a new document. Mine is 10 by 10 inches, as from my other videos you might have guessed. And what you want to do is just click OK. Leave everything else the same. Really doesn't matter the size. I just chose 10 by 10. Alright, now you want to make a black background. Now you can do this by hitting Alt Backspace, or just coming over here to the paint bucket tool and making it black. Okay, now that you have your black background, we're going to do I'm not sure if I want to do WeCheck's Tuts again. That was a rather long one that I had to do, so I might just do tutorials. What you want to do is come over to the type tool, wow, that was weird. Wait for it to load, I guess, and then drag a box. Sorry guys, there we go, that's a little bit better. And then just type in whatever you want it to say. You can make it anything. I do not know why that typed backwards. That's kind of weird. But we're just going to try that again. Alright guys, so as you can tell from this right here and my previous video, you might have guessed that my computer does have minor technical difficulties from time to time while doing videos. Do not know why. Alright, well here we go again. We're going to try this one more time. Horizontal type tool. Make sure it's just the type tool, not the type mask or anything like that. Now you just want to make, well, maybe we can make a text box. Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening right now. We'll try this just as it is. Alright, well I guess that kind of worked. I'll just accept that. Drag this right over here in the middle. Alright guys, and while doing this, you really need to use a font somewhat similar to mine. It makes it a lot easier to edit and there's more defined edges. Sorry about this guys, I'm gonna try and get this fixed sometime soon. Okay, now it's jumping all over the place. My apologies again. Hopefully this will be fixed soon. I honestly do not know what's going on. Alright guys, so as you saw that pop up, it's probably because of my color scheme, I don't know. Alright, so that looks like it'll work. Maybe. Alright. Now what you want to do is make a copy of the text layer. You can hit Control J, just a quick key to make it, or you can drag down here to make, just drag your layer down here to make a new layer and it'll copy it. Alright, so now what we want to do is you want to hide your copy. We're not going to edit that for a while. Now click your normal layer, have your normal selected, go to image, image rotation, and 90 degrees counterclockwise or clockwise, it doesn't really matter. You'll be able to tell the difference here in 1 second. Alright, now you want to go to stylize, wind. It'll ask you to rasterize the type. You just click yes. If you did counterclockwise, you want to select from the right. If you did clockwise, you want to select from the left. And then you just hit OK. Now you can see we got this little like wind effect here, but that's not going to be big enough. So what you want to do now is hit Control F, and that will redo the filter so you can see this a lot better. Now go to image, image rotation, and then undo whatever you just did. Whether you did counterclockwise, rotate it clockwise. If you did clockwise, do counterclockwise, you know. Alright, now go, you want to make a copy of your black background. Just hit Control J, and now you want to merge the rasterized text layer and your copy of the background. How you can do this is just select your rasterized text layer if it's above your copy and just hit Control E, and that'll just merge these two layers, and you'll find out why we did that here in 1 second. Alright, now go to filter and liquify. Now here's where it becomes somewhat difficult. Select the smudge tool and just grab a brush size. You can make it bigger or smaller, just depending on what you want to do. Alright, and then you just want to go over this. Maybe. Alright guys, I'm just going to pause the video and pick back up here. So, I'll be back in 1 minute. Alright guys, so once you do your little, just make like an S and everything with your smudge tool on all your lines, just like this. Just get it to look somewhat similar to that. It already looks like it's somewhat on fire, but not really, because there's not really any flames. It's just kind of like all smoke. Now, we'll see if it'll let me edit this while recording. If not, then I'm going to have to take another break and pick back up. And it appears that it's not going to let me. So I'll be back in 1 minute to show you what it looks like after it's all done and everything. Alright, so here's what it would look like finished after you do all your little editing with the with that tool, the smudge tool. Then you might get something looking similar to that, and it kind of looks like it's on fire. So yeah, looks pretty good so far. And what you want to do is your normal text layer, just open that back up, and it should be right over your flamed layer now. In fact, you can rename this flames if you want. That's what I'm going to do, so I remember which is which. Alright, well that one says flames, it just messed up. Okay, so now what we want to do is go down here, make sure you're on your flame selected layer, hit the little half colored circle, and then hit hue and saturation. And here's where we get the color of our flames. Check colorize, and you can see it kind of colors it a little bit red now. You can change the saturation if you want it to be red. Just mess around with it until you get a color that you want. You can make your flames any color, realistic or non. It doesn't really matter. And I like that color. That looks pretty good. Alright, now double click layers. Now you can see that it's colored and everything. If you take off your text layer that isn't rasterized, you can see it's all kind of jacked up without it on. Now what you want to go down here is select your non-rasterized text layer, come down to the effects, and choose gradient overlay. Now you can see it puts a gradient on there, and you can change the colors if you want. I'm personally going to leave mine black and white. And then you can choose stroke, and it'll give it this little border around it, and I'm going to change mine to 1 pixel, so it's just a kind of subtle thing. And you can change it to black so you can see it up in the flames, or you can change it to white so you can see it down here on the bottom. Or you can just not put it on. It's your choice. And there's your flames all done. They look pretty sweet. Can be done for backgrounds, just really anything. I like them. And that's pretty much it for now. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.